Hi folks, and welcome back to another Work in Progress Wednesday. This week, I've been working on the warping visual effects for the Willowitch, as well as inflicting some damage to her, so let's take a look at what I've been doing. As I showed in last week's video, the Willowitch is capable of warping around the area. She will do this to launch attacks at you, but also to get away from your attacks. For the warping itself, it falls into two parts, the warp out and the warp in. While having the same visual effect for both would have been a perfectly acceptable solution, I wanted to have different effects for both. For the warp out, I planned for the effect to converge on a shrinking point. For the warp in, I wanted it to be more like bursting out from that same point. Here is the warp out effect. I use particle trails to simulate energy being drawn into the centre, with the growing orb showing this power building, before ultimately dissipating into nothing, leaving a small burst of particles. Here is the warp in effect. I used practically all of the elements from the warp out effect, but by changing the timings, it appears more like a forceful burst from nothing, perfect for appearing out of nowhere. In addition to these effects, I also created a damaged animation for the Willowitch. Now we can have her actually respond to being hit. Throwing these effects into the game, it brought me to here. I'm really pleased with how the effects look in combination with our warping animations, and it makes me excited to eventually add sound effects in so you can hear the warps too. I do like how the damage animation plays in the game as well. At this stage, I had some things to fix which weren't ideal. As you can see, the health bar remained visible even if the Willowitch was warping in or out, which kinda broke the flow of it. I changed it so that it would only be visible if she wasn't warping. Similarly, she used to be targetable as soon as she warped in, but I altered that to only be available once she was fully present. What do you think about this week's video? I hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.